fried pickles to go.
A big bowl of bolognese, a juicy double-cut pork chop, a piled high burger, and a plate of fresh baked cookies. At Lucy's American Tavern, they've got all your comfort food cravings covered. Brand new to the busy Adams Village section of Dorchester, Lucy's is an impressive restaurant where owners Patrick Dillon and Sean Ahern have transformed an old video store into a 170-seat Prohibition-style spot with brick walls, reclaimed barnwood, and a huge bar at the center of it all.
The whole thought process behind the restaurant was just to make it extremely comfortable. To make it that type of place where on that type of rainy day, cold day, people can come here, it's warm, it's comfortable, and they can get that hearty, homemade comfort food. You know, that makes you just feel good in general.
All that comfort food comes courtesy of executive chef Chris Bussell.
Looking for a mac and cheese, steak tips mid-well, steak tips mid-rare.
And it was important to him and everyone at Lucy's to make sure that their take on comfort food didn't take people out of their comfort zone.
We want people to walk in and recognize everything that we're doing, but maybe we're doing it a little differently than they're used to, or they haven't seen it before. There's a different preparation or a different sauce, but it still resonates with them in some way that they're not kind of like, well, what is this?
Lucy's appetizers include Mexican street nachos, artichoke and jalapeno dip, salt and pepper calamari, and hickory smoked wings that you can try with a Memphis dry rub or a Louisiana-style hot sauce that's way better than buffalo.
It's not a heavy sauce that sometimes you get with a buffalo sauce. Chef just really hit the marks on the flavor profiles where definitely that heat comes in because of those Louisiana cayenne peppers, but he does a nice lot of little subtleties to kind of keep it so it's not just straight heat, that's like flavorful.
The comfort food really kicks in when it comes to entrees, like the veal and short rib bolognese with creamy tomato ragu and homemade pasta, wood-grilled sirloin tips made with a secret marinade, and the double-cut pork chop with Brussels and bacon and warm corn pudding.
The presentation is awesome. So you see it and it's sort of like, wow, that's a great looking pork chop. It's nice and thick, it's juicy, it's got an apple cider brine, lay it over the top of it, and then also you're going to be probably thinking to yourself, there's no way I'm going to finish this, which is sort of the goal in the beginning, you know, was to sort of wow people with the presentation of the dish, but then have them bite into it, and it's just a great, juicy pork chop.
Another showstopper is Lucy's cornflake crusted chicken and sweet potato waffles, served with pecans and a grilled peach.
You're gonna have the crispiness on the outside of the waffle, but the kind of smooth creaminess of the sweet potato on the inside. You're gonna have that super crisp coating from the cornflake, and then the really moistness of the chicken still on the bone. You're gonna have sweet and charred on the peach, some pecans in there to keep that southern thing going on, a little whipped butter to kind of melt into all the crevasses of the waffle. And we also make a nice homemade bourbon maple syrup. It really is like the perfect dish.
Another southern favorite served here is some real deal slow smoked barbecue that actually ended up on the menu because of a bargain.
When we were buying the equipment for the restaurant, they gave us a good deal on the smoker, so we're using it for a lot of different things.
And first and foremost is the chef's barbecue board, an eye-popping assortment of ribs, brisket, Texas beans, and charred corn on the cob.
We actually got these really awesome wood boards, so as our staff's walking through the restaurant, it's definitely a visual. Every time it hits the table, people are turning, eyes are turning. It's a crowd pleaser and it's a head turner.
And when the barbecue board hits your table, you better be ready.
Ready to get down, ready to get dirty. You got to get in there. Your hands are going to get dirty. You have to be ready to kind of get in there and get after that for that dish.
You can get a slightly more manageable taste of some Q with the burnt end sandwich, featuring hunks of sauce-smothered brisket on a buttered bun. And if you really want something special on a roll, Lucy's Burger Royale is great, and their shepherd's pie burger is even better.
What we wanted to do was kind of deconstruct the shepherd's pie and put it back together as a burger. We grind a Colorado lamb in-house. We top that with mashed potatoes. I make a sweet corn relish, and then that gets served on a nice brioche bun. So you have all the elements of a shepherd's pie deconstructed and put back together in the form of a burger.
With so many hearty choices for dinner, saving room for dessert is almost impossible. But then you'd miss out on excellent options like a mason jar filled with chocolate hazelnut mousse and chantilly cream, peppermint ice cream and warm chocolate cake with a pudding center, or a nostalgically delicious plate of warm cookies with a mini milkshake.
The whole idea behind it is to sort of bring them back to being a kid, being at home when their mother makes cookies. They're warm, they're fresh, you can tell they were made in our kitchen, and it's just sort of like a nostalgic thing that we wanted to sort of bring to the end of everybody's meal.
Well, it's going to make you feel at home. It's going to make you feel comfortable. Like I said, we want to get that kind of home vibe where you can come and hang out and be with people you know or people you don't know or people you might meet. And so we want people to feel comfortable.